All right, hello, my freshman students. I'm going to go over what we're going to do this week. I'll try to keep it quick, try to keep it brief. Of course, if you have any questions, you know how to reach me. All right. So here we are on Canvas. Here we are going to our modules. And here we are scrolling down to the lessons that are available to you this week. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost ready to wrap up Module 5, but not quite yet. We'll have to do that when we get back from the break. Go ahead and if you open 5.3, you'll see our first activity. Okay. And for this, you're going to need to locate your copy of the Thank You Ma'am story that we read last week. And you need to consider a few things here. We're going to be reviewing a little bit what we learned about characterization. So direct and indirect characterization, the contrasts and contradictions that characters make. And so we'll be going over this in class, talking a little bit about SpongeBob. This activity, it's not so much fun to do in a video, so I'd rather do it with you in person on Zoom. Sorry, no fun today. Now, thinking back to the story that we read about Roger and Mrs. Luella Bates Jones, we are going to consider some qualities about their character in this chart right here. So if you open this up and make a copy, you'll see that there are a few boxes that are missing, a few boxes that you need to fill in. And so we have 3 categories here. In this first category, we have listed what the character, action, or feeling was unexpected. And so we have a few quotes from the story that we've read. And they're all listed here. And these are direct examples from the story. And they all show us what the character was feeling, or, you know, how they showed us that what they were feeling was unexpected. Okay, in this next category, we're going to talk about why their action or feeling was unexpected. So why did this character behave differently? Why did they respond in the way that they did? And so you can see that in white, some of these boxes are already filled out. But as you can see, some boxes are filled in yellow. And that's where the assignment happens. That's where you go in and you fill in the missing knowledge. So what you'll do is you'll read this quote. Okay, the door was open. He could make a dash for it and run down the hall. He could run. The woman was sitting on the daybed. After a while, she said, "I were young once, and I wanted things I could not get." And so here, you're going to tell me what was unexpected about that. And it should make sense to you because in this last category, you'll see it's titled, Why Did the Character Do That? You'll see that we can kind of make a guess. We can make an inference as to why she behaved that way. And we put that right here in this last box. And so this shows that Roger wants to stay to hear Mrs. Jones's story. He is realizing that maybe they are not so different after all. So this is really easy to do. I'll go over this again in class, but you're just going to come in and you're going to fill in each and every yellow box. Okay, don't worry about these other boxes, but use those as clues to help you fill in the blank. Okay? Also down here, in case you forgot, I found a wonderful video about indirect and direct characterization. It kind of reviews what we learned in the last module. So definitely give that a watch, and it'll give you some valuable review practice. That'll come just in time for the final. Now, if you go to the next page, if you go to the next page, you will see a discussion, and the discussion prompt asks you to respond to one of the following, something that you learned about the characteristics from reading the story again. So you'll think about Thank You Ma'am, and you'll think about something new that you learned after reading it a second time. And I give you a few sentence frames that you can follow. And of course, no discussion is complete without you responding to at least 2 of your classmates' posts. Okay, up next we'll have a quick little quiz about theme. I can't really show you what this is about because it doesn't look really great on my end. This is a survey. It's not going to negatively impact your grade, but I want you to complete this survey just to give me a little more information about you and what you understand. And then if you go to the next page, we're going to be talking about identifying theme, which is something that students really struggle with. And so I want you guys to be able to master this skill because I'm still trying to teach this concept to my juniors right now, and they are struggling. They're struggling. So, you know, I want you guys to do better. And I think you guys can do it. I think you guys are capable of that. So, here's a short presentation on theme. And for those of you who don't remember, when I talk about theme, I'm talking about the moral to the story. I'm talking about the message that is central to what the author wrote about, okay? What is the author's main purpose for writing? Now, oftentimes, especially if you're my juniors, you get theme confused with plot. Now, we've been learning a lot about plot in this class. Okay, we've been learning about the parts of a story, we've been learning about settings and rising action and climax and conflict, but what's really important to understand about theme is that you use plot to find the theme. Plot and theme are two totally different things, okay? Plot contains stories about characters, and it's through those stories about characters you learn a truth about humanity, okay? What did you learn through the characters' actions? Okay, what did they experience? What did they do that taught you more about yourself? And if you start mentioning names and characters and conflict and, story elements, if you start talking about the plot, you've missed the mark, because theme should always be about the main idea. But I'll go over that more in class. I'll go over that more. All right, and so to make sure that you guys are understanding theme, this next activity is going to be really fun. So this next activity has you watching a short Disney short. It's pretty redundant. Yeah, a very quick, short Disney cartoon. And you'll watch this cartoon in the slides presentation, and I already gave you the topic and the theme. Okay, the thematic topic is about friendship, and the theme is good friends support one another. Notice how I don't say anything about Mickey Mouse. Notice how I don't say anything about Donald Duck when I'm talking about the theme. Okay, I'm saying nothing about the plot here, but I am sharing that overall message. And so it's your job to fill in the blanks. You're going to come into this chart and you are going to find evidence from the story. So tell me what happens in the story that shows that the topic is about friendship, that shows that the theme is about how good friends support one another. Find me evidence of the story of a character showing me that quality and put it in that box. But then, of course, pretend like I don't understand you. Okay, you can't just give me this evidence, but you have to explain it too. And you're going to explain it in this box. Specifically focus on what does the evidence tell us about the character, and then do it again. Provide me one last bit of reasoning where you explain how the evidence relates to the theme. And so I'll walk you through that one in class. This is a fun activity. I think you guys will like it. And then that just leaves one last discussion. Okay, choose one of the following to discuss. Add your response to the discussion board, then respond to someone else's post. Okay, talk about one thing you've learned about theme, talk about one question you still have about theme, and talk about one thing in this lesson that got you thinking. And of course, respond to 2 others. And that is what we'll be working on this week. So of course, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, you know how to reach out to me. I would be happy to respond to you as quickly as possible. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video because I don't know if you guys can hear it, but they're chopping down trees outside of my house, and it's kind of loud and distracting. So thank you for watching, and if I don't see you again until next year, have a wonderful holiday break. Take care. I look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.